Hey everyone, recently the Axie team has been moving closer and closer to Origin launch, and there's been leaks flying everywhere, primarily on Twitter. But more recently, there's been some Discord leaks going on, and Jeff Cam, the product design for Axie Infinity and Sky Mavis, has been leaking more than the usual information about Axie Origin. Thanks to the Guillotine posts, he was able to collect all that information that we're going to be looking over today, and there's some really crazy secrets going on. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so let's get to these leaks. So, one of the main things people have been seeing is poison overpowered right now? Someone actually asked the question and said, is Yam the poison meta? Cancer lineup again? And that's been a common question that's going on in the community from just seeing the leaks. And Shade or Jeff Cam told us here, don't assume that poison in Origin works the same as it does now. So whatever we assume that these debuffs like poison, we can't necessarily assume they will work the same anymore. So keep that in mind, that these could be completely different effects or just work differently, and they might not be as strong as we once thought they were. Another thing that people have been asking the Axie team is, what is a turn in the new game? And someone actually asked Shade that question. They said, hi, what is the concept of turn in Origins? And it says, turns work like a traditional card game. My turn ends when I do all the actions I want, then click end turn. That is one turn. Then the opponent plays all their cards and presses end turn. That is two turns. So that's a key mechanic now. You won't have both players collecting their cards together and then you get the result of it. Now each person, they'll do their whole complete turn, like they'll decide all the cards they want to use and press end turn, and then the opponent will then do the same thing, and that counts as two turns right there. Also, there was a follow-up question asked. It says, if I skip a turn, does the turn effect count as a turn? It says yes, don't skip turns anymore, haha. So Shade's trying to tell us, you want to make the most out of your turn. Skipping turns will not be beneficial in this game like it is now. Right now, to be a pro, I sometimes joke around, to be a pro in Axie, you need to skip a turn to save resources. In this game, you cannot save resources the way you did right now. You have to try to make the most out of your turns. Another emphasis of the leaks was regarding classes and what their importance is in Origin. Right here it says, is rock, paper, scissors still in effect in Origin? And rock, paper, scissors has to mean like advantages or disadvantage of attacking certain classes. So beasts do bonus damage on plants. Fade said, no more rock, paper, scissors. The 15% class damage bonuses are gone. So we will no longer have those mechanics. And that's going to be a very interesting change for the game. And someone immediately followed up with the question, what is the point of the classes now? There are class-specific runes and charms. Only plant axes can you use plant runes. So this question really touches on one of the biggest aspects about our current game, and that is that classes are really hard to balance. Right now, Aquas have a really strong dominance over the meta. They have both HP, skill, speed. They have a lot of mechanics that are just innate to that class, and they've been so hard to balance over the years. And some classes don't even see any play at all. Like the Dawn class recently got changed for them to start breeding it because they didn't have any good innate class like skills or stats. So with the team moving charms and runes to become like the class differentiator, it really gives a team more like flexibility on how to balance classes. You could make certain classes like the plant class still remain a plant like class with tankiness and stuff, but you can also make other classes more usable now, and you can like nerf the runes and make them better or buff them. So then there's more balance in all the classes. And to get a little bit more about classes, we learned a little bit more about how runes and charms will work. Someone asked him, this will be a 6 out of 7 purity mech in Origin, right, Jade? While sharing a picture of a mech Axie. It will be more complicated than that, actually. I don't want to reveal too much yet because we haven't announced how purity plays into it, but basically, higher purity lets you equip better charms. A 7 out of 7 Aqua will be able to equip a strong combination of charms than a mech with 6 Aqua parts. So what does a 7 out of 7 purity mean? So basically what they're trying to say is that, let's say you have a beast Axie and it has all aqua cards, but it's a beast class Axie, obviously. And then, so that's only a 6 out of 7. But if in order to get a 7 out of 7, you need to have all the cards be aqua, plus the Axie itself being aqua, to be able to access some runes. And that's pretty huge. I think that's pretty huge change. It prevents classes like Aqua from just using beast cards or bug cards and just doing a ton of damage with them, while also keeping like their inherent things. You need to also now, in order to access these really powerful runes, you need to get that 7 out of 7 or really high purity. And that's a really good change. We'll have definitely more diversity in Axies that are viable, and we're going to get some really, really strong class-specific roles for all these Axies. And lastly, one of the biggest things that Shade confirmed was that all Axies will start, at least at the start, at 320 HP. And here's what it says. And one more thing really important that Shade confirmed a few days ago is all Axies will have 320 HP. So what does this mean? 320 HP, that's a lot less than what we have right now. Plants right now go up to 500 HP. If all Axies start with 320 HP, a lot of these cards we're seeing, some of them do half the damage of an Axie straight up. So you're going to have to think about all those things and start theory crafting ahead of time. But that was a really big leak that I hadn't read anywhere else except in this post. So 320 HP, just remember that. So those were some of the key takeaways that I had about this post. Please note there was a lot more information in that post, so please check out the Guillotine Post official blog. I'll put the link in the description. There's a lot of good things to go into there, but the video would be so long that I wouldn't get to it. But right now, we're all waiting. It seems that the team's still testing, and shout out again to Shade for providing us some of these leaks. It's been so hard just waiting patiently to hear more about it, but thankfully some of the team members are letting us know that they are working really hard on the game. Anywho, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And please leave in the comment section if you've discovered any leaks. I'll be sure to look into them. With that said, that's the end of this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys all next time.